With social media, texting, the internet, and basically anything else that you could possibly need available on your cell phone, the need for interacting offline has greatly decreased. Today, I will talk about how our addiction to cell phones has negatively impacted our offline bonds. Starting with the cause of the problem, addiction. Cell phones are not commonly thought of as something that can negatively impact our lives, let alone actually put users under the category of addicts. It's hard to believe that our constant need to use our cell phones can be related to someone's constant need to drink alcohol, abuse drugs, or even smoke a cigarette. Trust me, I am just as shocked as you are to find out that when I'm not using my phone, I am actually experiencing real symptoms of withdrawal.
There are people who are addicted to their cell phone.
You're at a cafe with a friend and you hear your phone beep. A text has arrived. Can you ignore it? Do you feel like you have to check it right away? Is it impossible to ignore? Are you addicted to texting? Well, kind of, yes. The reason is dopamine. Created in various parts of the brain, dopamine is critical in all sorts of brain functions, including thinking, moving, sleeping, mood, attention, motivation, seeking, and reward. It actually becomes harder and harder to stop looking at email, stop texting, stop checking our cell phones to see if we have a message or a new text.
Leslie Parlow, a professor at the Harvard Business School, wondered, when you start seeing people that have to text when they're driving, even though they clearly know that they're endangering their lives and the lives of others, we really have to ask ourselves, what is so compelling about this new medium? To find out, she conducted a study which provided results showing that 70% of the participants check their smartphones within an hour of getting up. 56% checked their phones within an hour of going to sleep, and 44% said that they would experience a great deal of anxiety if they couldn't have their cell phones for 1 week. After looking at a list of symptoms related to addiction, I can say with confidence that my name is Anna, and I am most definitely addicted to my cell phone.
Nomophobia. No mo, as in no mobile. Nomophobia. This is the fear of being without your cell phone.
Moving on to the effects of our addiction to cell phones on offline relationships. My first point is the effects on family interaction. I remember when I was younger, and dinner with my family used to actually be dinner with my family, and not dinner with our cell phones and family just passing the salt. It used to be a time when my parents would talk about their long day at work. I would show them the masterpiece that I made in school, which is usually just a piece of paper with scribbles on it, and would actually talk to each other and not look at our texts, work emails, or the blaring TV. I, just as most other kids, are not the only ones at fault here. A professor at MIT says that in her 15 years of interviewing how cell phones interfere with family life, she was not surprised to find how many children complain about their parents' obsession with these devices. She specifically got many complaints about parents picking up their kids from school and not even making eye contact with them until they finished their last email. Or parents attending sporting events and would miss their child's important play.
It's just sad.
It's
sad.
It is sad that children have to compete with cell phones for their parents' attention and vice versa.
Hey, Dad,
Shut up, kids! I'm on Twitter!
Another major effect that our overusage of cell phones has is on our romantic relationships. I would say for most of those who are in a relationship, the constant use of cell phones can definitely cause jealousy or even frustration. Jealousy is something that is going to impact a relationship no matter what. But seeing your boyfriend or girlfriend texting someone of a different sex when you are together can be really hurtful. Even being with your spouse when they are texting someone else can make you feel offended, even though in most cases they are unintentionally using their phones. They are just addicted and have a hard time ignoring a text or not checking Instagram for even a few hours.
have social engagement with people that you're with, not people that are on the internet.
Not only do cell phones affect relationships when people are physically together, but also when they are apart. Nowadays, most people can assume that when they send a text, they are going to receive a response relatively quickly. There have been many cases reported where one of the people in a relationship feel like they were digitally abused by their spouse for not answering fast enough. According to loveisrespect.org, a sign of digital abuse is when someone constantly texts you and makes you feel like you can't be separated from your phone for fear that you will be punished. Most of us are addicted to phones, whether we want to admit it or not. It may be difficult to limit our usage of these digital devices, But if you want to improve your offline bonds, I would highly recommend trying to follow a few of these steps. For one, please take family dinner seriously. You don't want to regret not spending time with your loved ones and instead staring at your phone. Make sure you are focusing on the person that you're actually with in person rather than the few that you were texting, which you can answer after. Or 3, try not to freak out when someone takes a little while to answer you, because think rationally, they could be busy.
This was like the hardest experience of my life. I didn't know what I could do without having my cell phone.